And we are live. Molly Small is in the house. How you doing, Molly?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm all right. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Danny, how you doing?
So good.
So good?
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. Nothing going on in your life? Anything new?
No, but you have some stories, and you went and got some new trainers today.
I did get some new trainers today. Yeah. I don't think that's what they want to be hearing, but I did get some new trainers. Why are you asking me that?
Because
you asked me about my weirdness.
Because we have a section. I think we should call it like, "Would you agree?"
I think these people would agree. Right, okay. Right, let me. Something else happened in Sports Direct.
That's why I'm talking about your trainers.
Right, okay.
Because
let's go on to the first one. Right, so when I buy trainers, I think this is what everyone does. So I went there to get some new trainers today, and I could only find them in my size, which was annoying. Right, I like to go a size smaller so they don't crease when you're pressing the brakes in the car or the pedals, so they look crisp and mint the whole time.
Everyone, would you agree?
Surely everyone will want to buy a smaller trainer.
No.
What is that? Yeah. Anyway, weirdest thing.
Anyway, let's just...
No, yeah, right. So, obviously, when I was out and about, I was wearing her Johnny hoodie, trying on some trainers, and someone said, "And we are live." And I looked round, right, and I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "Sorry, what did you say?" They said, "Oh, and we are live." I said, "How do you know that?" She went, "Oh, I listened to the podcast." I was like, "No way."
Wow.
First time I was like, "Seriously?" And she asked for a shout out. No, this is the problem.
This is
two things, right?
She said
she played, I'm sure it's Basingstoke,
okay,
and her name was Ellen.
It begins with an E.
Adele, it was some like
Adele begins with an A.
Please, Erin, if you're watching, right, I was listening.
Are you calling her Erin?
There was so much going on, right? Honestly, there was bright lights and noises that my mind goes every which way.
And what did she say?
She said something to me, right?
She said, "I'm not telling you now because I'm going to tell you on the podcast. And I don't know what's coming."
Oh no!
I don't know if this was a compliment or not, right?
And that's why
she said, "I laugh when you always say you're going to start your diet next week or tomorrow." Right? I was like, "Oh yeah, I did say that, yeah." And she said, "If you're listening, if you meant a compliment, I'll take it." She said, "To be honest, you don't look as fat standing up." I don't know if that's a compliment or not, right? And I went, "Oh, thank you very much." And when I walked away, I went, "So right now, what do I look like?" So in my head, I was thinking,
I have to agree with her.
Do I just do the whole podcast standing up from now on, forever and ever? Amen. So Adele, Erin, Ellen, Eric, whatever your name is, right? If it was a compliment, thank you very much. If it wasn't, I'm working on this, okay? But please comment below if it was you who I spoke to. Yeah,
name.
Yeah, I called you fat. It was me. Right. Anyway, this isn't about me and my weight issues, and I think this is about Molly and her podcast. So, Molly, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
When we were recommended yourself by Mickey Lovell, whose pod is out last week, go and listen to it. He said about yourself. He asked you for some notes. Yeah, and to be fair, we have never had someone come on who has been so heavily involved in football.
I know.
Phenomenal. Come on, you know Molly from old.
Yeah, obviously this is like a little reunion.
Yeah.
We go into it later. But yeah, Blaine sent it through and I thought, I didn't even know half the things he did. I knew some of the stuff and then I was like, whoa, and then obviously I said to him,
I didn't know how much to put in or whatever.
No, it's perfect.
All out there, to be honest.
It helps us.
You're exactly right. It did help us. So we've got a load of things wrote out how we're going to go about it. Normally we just go straight from the start. So that's what we're going to do now. So how did you get into football? Where did it all start for you? From whenever you started, youth team ups.
Started playing when I was 5. I just remember going outside, literally where we used to live. We had like a little cul-de-sac area where we could go play football. Used to just kick a football with my dad, to be honest. All started from there, and then I remember briefly going across to Curly Park where I first started. Yeah. But that was like when I think it was maybe 7. So it's like under 7s, kind of started to play there. And back then you could only play with the boys for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So I think it went up to maybe under 12s, 13s. It's a bit more higher now because the girls are still playing for a lot longer with the boys. But yeah, played for the boys and then had to jump across and find a girls team, which is...
How hard was that at that age? Bearing in mind it's not as big as it is then as it is now.
Challenging because there wasn't many girls teams to look at. It was very tricky to find one. Managed to find one over at Frimley. And there was a few of us there, but it didn't last very long at Frimley. I can't actually remember why though.
Yeah.
Something happened there, but there was like a core of us who then moved across to Camberley town, and we just stayed there for so
A
many years.
lot of people go to Camberley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a few teams that are sort of gateways, Alton being one, Fleet, Camberley.
Yeah, Camberley was the one, and we stayed there for, I must have been there for years, to be honest. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, loved it there. Absolutely loved it. Great coaches, great time. We won.
Yeah.
We won a lot, and just enjoyed playing my football there.
And
So,
then,
go on. No, go on, Danny,
Yeah,
go on. No, keep talking, go on.
No, it's because then you then progress. So then you go into the academies.
Yeah.
So then
Very
at a young
lucky
age
at
as well.
Really?
Yeah, very lucky at that. So I think
Tell us about that.
I think I was 10 or 11. I went to Fulham Academy first. They just came and watched one of my games at Grassroots and asked if I wanted to come across and just be a part of their. I don't think it was classed as a proper academy. It was like one of those like centre of excellence kind of things to start with, and then obviously you go up to the academy.
Yeah.
I remember playing for Fulham then, and there's a picture of me like standing outside with a Fulham sign behind me. It was a fantastic experience.
Was that like Motspur Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your position? What position are you playing then, Mots?
So when I was younger, I was a striker.
Okay.
Yeah, started as a striker, and then I've slowly moved.
That's what happened.
Slowly moved.
No, okay, yeah.
Striker was younger, winger. I was quite quick. Very quick. Like speed was why.
Was it a massive part of your life, just football? You lived for football as a kid?
Yeah.
Speaking to you a little bit off pod, you live for football now.
Oh,
yeah. Well, come on to that second half.
Football was everything, but I did do every sport possible when I was younger.
Okay.
I think at school I did everything.
Yeah.
Like any sport I could do. I seem to just pick up sports quite easy, but I always found my way back to
And then
football.
people always go, "Oh, it's so good at everything."
Yeah,
Like,
I have that all the time.
Hummy's
But I see that
like,
now with the teacher, and I see a kid who picks up every sport in PE, and I'm like, that was me. That's literally me. So, loved it.
So we've got a few teams that you sent across. Now, one jumped off the page to me, right? It's Chertsey Town.
Yeah.
Chertsey Town's my local team. I live and breathe Chertsey Town. How was that for you? Was you there long? Tell me, I want to reminisce.
I wasn't there long.
Okay.
I think it was a case of I wanted to just experience different teams. Kind of, like I said, I've jumped a few teams, but it was kind of just finding one that fit me. But it wasn't there long, but it was still a really good experience.
Yeah.
It was a different league to like
they're the London league back in the day,
yeah, and that's the same with Godalming when I went there. That was
That's
a
right.
different league as well, the London side, so it was a lot tougher and more challenging on that side.
Because we found now, obviously, we'll come on to it later on. Hampshire League is which you know quite well.
Yeah.
Again, just being in the Hampshire League for the past 2 or 3 seasons myself, how much that's grown. And now we have the Surrey League. We've got 2 divisions. There's about 15 teams looking to start in the Surrey division next season. So when you start having playing teams in the cups in the London leagues, that's a tough competition.
So much challenging. Just because it's more the physicality that you come across. Like you don't have that. You have it a little bit around here, but not as much compared to them. Yeah. That's all they kind of focus on, and you even see it now. Like when we at Porchester, when we do teams like either higher or the London basis, especially in cup games, it's so tough.
Yeah, we're going to speak about your time at Portsmouth later on because you've got a big game coming up which we're going to touch on. So you're at Godalming, Alton Town, which is obviously you played for Alton and managed Alton. We'll come on to that. But also during the time of your college career and everything, you suffered probably the biggest injury you could probably have, which we've had a few of them on, and everyone knows it. It's the ACL.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Obviously, Danny's been through injuries herself. How was that? The whole lead up to it, the injury, the mental health side of it.
Yeah, how old were you when you had it?
I think I was around 18, 19. I was quite young still, but I remember it so well. Playing for college, Chelsea, under 19s.
Wow.
We were over in Kingston, funny enough, miles away, and this pitch was terrible. Doesn't surprise me, but and I went up for a header. But as I landed, the leg didn't bend, and I just heard this massive pop, and I just knew.
I'm shivering again.
I just knew something was wrong, and I just laid down. and was like, I need help. Help me. But I actually went to hospital that day, and they told me it was a muscle injury. Told me the next day I'll be fine. And I was like, well, I think I will be. So that's when I went back to college and the physio, and they said, you need to go get an MRI. And ACL, cartilage, the whole lot. How
long were you out the game for?
For first time, 16 months.
Oh, Jesus.
A long time.
That's crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had I spoke to Shannon today. We had Shannon on the pod, and they've got a big game after this recording, Aldershot versus Farnborough Women. And Shannon was saying this is the first time she's gone. This is hard now because everyone sees the recovery of the physical, and obviously we spoke about Shannon. She sent us videos about her recovery and how she's starting to stretch and do an exercise bike, and automatically you go, oh, she's getting better. It's the other side of it, which we'll talk about quite a bit.
People see the beginning of rehab and they're like, oh, now you're back off crutches, you're fine.
But
it's so much more to that. You lose so much muscle and trying to get yourself back.
My leg went so saggy.
Even the basics of walking up the stairs.
Clip that.
Yeah, just your general stuff like walking up the stairs and stuff like that. You couldn't do it.
I don't think I went upstairs for about 2 weeks.
Oh, I don't think I did either. I was stuck downstairs for ages. It was horrible.
Forgot what it looked like.
But having that injury so early on, did that impact you with college and everything like that? Was there any other side to it?
It did to start with, because it was a sports college. Obviously, all the coursework stuff was fine, but I was doing obviously practical with the coaching. Right. So, and obviously with coaching, you have to demonstrate stuff. So it was more. Yes. I've got to tell someone else, and then tell someone else, and then demonstrate it, and it was an absolute massive circle. And that was tough. That was very hard to try and manage, and because I'm such an active person, I was like, I just want to do it myself. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. No.
Like you say, you're such an active person. For something to come along and just debilitate you for that period of time. Yeah. When you come back playing again, how did that go? Was you nervous again playing?
Yes. Okay. Very nervous. Very nervous.
Where was your team back?
Fleet.
Everyone goes through Fleet again.
Yeah, Fleet.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the first game back, and I was very nervous, but I knew that if I went in for the first challenge, tackle, pass, I would be okay, and I did, and it felt fine. There was no issues whatsoever. It wasn't until a few months later something wasn't quite right. So.
Okay, yeah. So you found when you obviously Danny. For those of you who don't know, Danny's podcast is out there. It's the very first one. When you came back playing for the first time at Ash, you was the nerves, and you still get that now, which you
before every game. Yeah, I'm like, can we just get back onto the pitch? Because then it's just the waiting. Makes so many scenarios pop in my head. But I think before that game, I was just silent because I was like, oh, it's happening. The day to come. But easy. So then it's so relatable. Just hearing your story, when you're at college having the injury. I was at college having the injury. I couldn't do the practical stuff. So. Yeah, it's so relatable, and I'm like, that is so hard. Especially at 18, 19, you're like, everyone's out there.
Everyone's out clubbing, and I'm saying, I can't go out. That's the problem here, right? That's the bread and butter here, right? I can't take crutches into a club because it's a weapon. I'm not having it.
Bejazzle them, or whatever you call it.
What's the word? Bejazzle, I don't know.
No, not that.
I thought you said, I was like, whoa.
No.
It's a different kind of pod. That's a Patreon episode, you've got to pay for that.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Right, so you come back into playing now, okay. So then you move on to Alton and Eversley, obviously.
Yeah.
How was that for yourself? Because obviously you come into coaching as well. Had that crept in, or were you still playing at the moment?
So I picked up coaching when I was, I think, 16. That was work experience at school. They said we had to go do a work experience for 2 weeks. And I was like, I don't want to sit down anywhere inside something. I need to find something active. Got to do something outside. So then that's when I went back to Cuddy Park to do coaching.
Has coaching always been something that you always wanted to do?
I don't think it was when I started. I think it was all, I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
I think everyone's dream is to play the highest you can possibly play. So that's what I did want to do. But then because I'm realistically probably not going to. Not everyone's going to. I was like, right, what else can I do in football and coaching? I thought I might be good at that. Yeah, that's where I started with work experience, and then just kind of did multiple jobs to get the experience, get the knowledge, and keep going, and then. Yeah,
because you're also a PE teacher as well.
I am, yes.
So does that become part of the coaching, wanting to help people develop in what they do? Does that sort of run parallel with PE teacher?
Yeah, I think so. I do enjoy, I think, especially when I went to Alton, the first, with the 15s and 16 girls first, it was very much development, help the girls kind of develop as an individual, whether that was on the pitch and off the pitch. And I just love helping doing it. And I feel like I do that at PE as well with teaching. Obviously, you've got to help all 30 kids get better at school. Not everyone can do the same thing, so it's obviously challenges. And that was the same when I took over as the manager of Alton. Exactly the same. Some girls were there for fun. You can really agree. Fun. Some wanted to improve. So it was like finding the balance. But ultimately, we were trying to develop and trying to get better, and we did achieve that. We had some time where it was a bit. But other times it was really good.
Yeah. But there were different levels.
We had it all.
But we made it work.
Yeah, we did.
So was Alton your first coaching job?
Probably in
managing job,
senior kind of environment. Obviously, being at the Chelsea Foundation, doing all the.
You wanted to ask
I was
going to
ask you a question about this.
Yeah.
Going from playing under 19s at Chelsea to then coaching at Chelsea Foundation. What's that like?
Weird. Very weird to start with, but it did feel, it's just like you're putting a professional kind of football club's kit on. It's very exciting when you're young.
Did it make you feel more proud? Like, oh, I was here, and then
100%.
I'm back at Chelsea coaching.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. It was a great experience being able to coach youngsters and wear the Chelsea kit, knowing that I'd done that, and then seeing how proud they were to wear the kit at the same time. It was it was nice. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
We're going to come on to pressure later on, obviously with where you are at the moment and the leagues and everything. But was there an added pressure because you played there and now you're coaching, or did you back yourself? A lot of people come on and say, "No, look, I know what I'm doing. I love what I do."
See, I've struggled a little bit with confidence when it comes to coaching and stuff, but
I have as well. We said
that's because I experienced something before, which I think that's in somewhere else. I'll come back to that. It's one of your questions.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. I was trying to think what have I wrote down then.
Right. I can't remember what I was saying now.
We were talking about Chelsea confidence.
Oh yeah, I got knocked with my. I've been knocked with my confidence. So, but I think because they were younger players that I was looking after, it was more just enjoyment, development, not having to worry too much about league wins and stuff like that. It was just so I felt like I could back myself to be able to put on a decent session for them to be able to develop and go home and be like, oh, I did this, did this, did this.
And just for some people to look up to you,
like
little kids, even at probably work as well. You're like, oh, I have a teacher who I look up to, and like that.
100%.
Must be so nice.
Yeah, it is nice. And then, like when I first started, especially at my job, my PE teaching, half the kids really didn't know me because it was always the other PE teacher. But now it's like both of us. They shout us across the playground. It's mad, but it's a nice feeling because it's not knowing that you're making an impact on their lives. And you're excited to see both of us now, not just one of them.
Excited to come in and actually do the lessons.
100%.
No, listen more.
Yeah.
Be like, sometimes.
Sometimes.
So this is quite interesting because it's good to get to know Molly behind the coach and the player. So was PE teacher something you always wanted to go into, or teaching itself? How did that come about? What was the thing where you went, do you know what, I want to do this?
I think it was more linked to coaching because I knew that it was very tough to get into coaching as full time. Like it was very challenging. So I was like, what else can I do to help kids? And I knew that, PE teaching, I could probably go down that route. And because I worked for a company before I got hired by the school, we did like every sport possible, holiday camps, like everything. And I was like, oh, actually, I quite like this. Let's try and give this a go full time. And that's what I did.
Did you have to go to uni or anything to do it?
No, so I'm actually doing an apprenticeship at the moment, which is like the equivalent to the teaching degree. So I don't have to do the uni stuff. So I'm kind of in the process of doing that. So it kind of makes me not quite level, but it's similar. Similar. Because I'm only qualified in football. I've got obviously all my football, most of my football badges, but no.
We're going to come on to that.
I've not got any other sports. So I was like, I need to kind of get.
But then that's the thing though. People always think, oh, you have to go to uni to become a teacher, or that's the only pathway. But then there's so many other pathways.
There's so many options. Just because I do all football, like it's still, you can transfer so many of the skills from football to other sports. Like they match so much.
When Jess talks to us about her coaching and everything like that, I'm like, whoa.
You choked, sorry.
Are you okay?
I think I swallowed the fly. So Jess Ross will come on the pod. It's amazing how many football players we meet that are PE teachers. Right? I don't know how that's. I mean, there always seems to be a few, but when Jess come on, you can see when Jess helps me coach. She has that extra little bit there, with the players and everything.
The way to word things as well to make it more understandable.
Not that
that's just for me. That's just for me. Let alone the players. Lane, she's a person. Jess, thank you very much. But no, jokes aside, Jess is so good that when she wants to put on a drill, she'll tell it to me, and I'll be like, I just see dogs and cats in my head. Like, come on, I need to see pictures. So she'll draw it out. And this is what she says about when she coaches Wildcats and everything. It's about getting a message across, but making it enjoyable for them to want to do as well. Again, in your role, you must have that with school and trying to coach younger players as well. It all sort of runs hand in hand.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like you said, I think some people like to see it drawn, some people like to see it demonstrated as well. Like some of the kids we have at school, some will pick it up like that, some will struggle massively. So it's just finding the balance, and then we make it into fun games, but then add competitive edge for the ones that are like up here, because there is some that are obviously right up and they don't want them to get bored, but just want everyone engaged.
Just learning how to adapt something. You can have an idea, but then you need to be able to have everything coming off of it and being like, okay, you can have this idea and this idea.
The amount of times I've had to
idea.
adapt it like during I see it happening, I'm like, oh wow, I've got to move this or
it's got to have quick thinking.
Yeah,
you've got to be able to work.
That takes time though. That quick, but sometimes you can see it like straight away. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't have a clue now.
It's refreshing to hear someone say sometimes confidence can be an issue. Because we've had training sessions before, and I've come away and I've gone to you, that's not gone right, that's not gone well, and I'll tear it apart in my head because it could be one little thing that's not gone right, and I'll just go into it,
You'll think about it for ages.
Oh my god, it's mad, isn't it?
That sounds like me. I did that last week.
So
we trained,
I'll do it next week.
We trained the week after playing Moneyfields in the cup, and it was one of the toughest games. The girls did fantastically, come away with a draw, but lost on penalties. But they were so tired the training session, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I got annoyed at myself. I was like, it's not me. It's the girls are struggling. So we had to kind of like, I overthought that massively.
Yeah, so this is brilliant. I could talk about this all day long. So just quickly delve into managing quickly. When you're coaching and managing at Alton or Porchester and things like that, when you've had the losses and you make a couple, 2 or 3 losses, how do you deal with that? Because it's such a strive to want to win, but also it's about enjoying it and things like that as well. But then you start questioning yourself, what could I have done different? Do you ever get that?
I did to start with because I am quite competitive, so
Really?
I do want to win.
Really?
I do like to win.
Yeah.
But I think I learned to. I think Alton obviously started it where we didn't win a lot all the time, but then we went on a bit of a run where we did. So I think it took a bit of time to understand actually this is okay. And then it was the same when I went to Portsmouth because that was very much development.
That's what we're going to touch on as well.
That was all development, and that hit me quite hard after the first season when I won the league, and nothing happened. You don't go up, don't do anything. You stay in the same league and go again. So I was like, okay, what have I got to now develop? So that's why we were like, right, cup runs, let's try that and something. So I learned very quickly there that I had to be, okay, winning's not everything, it's great, but I've got to now help these girls develop and push to the first team or push to a different first team somewhere else. So I did make my mind go back and actually understand that a lot more. Porchester's now different because it's now we're
going to talk massively about Porchester as well. So obviously, people who don't know, Danny and Molly know each other from previous.
We do.
Danny was at Alton while Molly was managing and coaching.
Yep.
Now, Danny was going through an injury at the time with your knee issue and everything. And is this the first time you've seen each other since the operation and everything that's happened?
I think way before the operation. So when did Alton finish? 2022?
2022, I think.
I had surgery in 2023.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been like 4 years, I think.
It's crazy.
So
God.
Yeah. But
time flies.
Time flies when you have fun.
Because you mentioned before, you said about Molly coming on at Alton because she was one of the. Was that your first women's team you stepped up to?
So I started Alton when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get into the women's team until I was 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was just doing training with the women's team, and then turned 16. And I was like, right, I can get into this team now.
It was like a countdown.
Danny did not like waiting.
I was like, when's your birthday? When's your birthday?
It literally was. It was constant. So I was like, I need this. Come on.
Oh, because you wanted her in the team?
Yeah.
She's good, isn't she?
Very good.
If any other managers listening, Danny's not that great. Right? She can't kick a ball. Yeah, Danny's not that great. But for this pod episode, I'm just going to big her up a bit. Right? Okay. So Danny was okay, was she?
Yeah, I was all right.
Okay.
But at the beginning, I think I could play quite a lot. I wasn't in that much pain. I was in pain, but as soon as it got further into the season, near the end, I think,
you struggled, didn't you?
Yeah, just keep me till the last 20 minutes, then put
20.
me on. That's what it was. Then.
It was.
You can't even do like the first 20. We just impact in the end. So
yeah.
Well, mad that you say that. I remember that so well now. You said it. It's crazy. That's mad.
That's what you had to do, like man manage.
Yeah, so this is brilliant. So for those who don't know what Danny plays for myself, if it's your first time, go and check out Danny's pod. Honestly, it's so inspirational about how he started. So with Danny, I've got to man manage Danny. Stick her on for 2025. Take her off. Stick her on the bench to recharge, right? And whenever she'll score 1 in the first half, she recharges. She comes on with 20 to go and bangs in 2 and 3.
I did that the weekend.
She's done that the weekend. She's done it the weekend before. She's got back-to-back hat-tricks. She does it all season. The way Danny charges needs to be studied because
everyone goes, oh, she's off to charge.
Yeah, and that's exactly that. I have managers because Danny will run them ragged in the first half. They'll go, he's taking her off. What does he think he's doing? Don't worry about that, mate. All right, she's coming back on.
But yeah, that's like Alton though. How you had to
do
manage that. And and we played some good teams at Alton. We had some good cup runs.
Yeah,
we went to Weymouth. We did.
Oh, this was the Weymouth story you told me about. Oh, okay.
Weymouth FA Cup.
How far did we go or how long did we go? A weekend?
Yeah, Friday to
something.
Yeah,
like
some
that.
of us went down Friday, some of us went down Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
The drinkers went down Friday.
And when I tell you the stadium was full of people giving us.
Wow.
Yeah. They had the drums out and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a great atmosphere.
How was that experience for yourselves? Like going down there, FA Cup as well.
Yeah,
you would have been 19, 21.
16,
21
17.
now. Okay, 21 now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like 16 maybe,
Okay,
17. But yeah, it was a good experience to walk out of the tunnel and waving flags and then doing the calling out the numbers and everything like that.
Yeah,
and
your names got announced as well, didn't they? As well. Yeah, that was good.
It was good. What did you feel like on the sidelines watching that, being like, that's my team?
Amazing. Like FA Cup is always magical.
Oh,
I love it. I absolutely love it. Whether you're playing, managing, coaching, the whole lot, and just to be even in their stadium, it's obviously a proper stadium to experience that, the atmosphere. Yeah, incredible.
And it's amazing teams that can get a run in the FA Cup. I mean, Chatham Town, step 5.
Yeah.
How they got that run, and obviously went out to Birmingham in the end. But I speak to their assistant manager, and it was like, we just can't believe how well we're doing it in this year. I mean, and it just winning breeds winning.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm. And you're a player coach at Alton, weren't you?
I was.
So sometimes Molly would be on the sidelines.
Come on and sort this out. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
What is going on now?
Molly's had enough of you lot. She's trying not to deal with this shit. Right?
But that was good though, because you get to experience playing with a leader. Yeah. That you also get coached, but then you're like, okay, you're coming on the pitch now.
Yeah.
To show us how it's done.
So, right. So Molly's not going to talk now. Danny, what was Molly like on the pitch as a leader? Did she give it? Did she share?
Yeah. Well, Molly would go in for some crunching tackles, even when she had her ACL and everything.
Yeah. If I'm going to get injured, you're going to get injured. You're one of them. Okay, but fair,
you'd know if Molly was on the pitch, you'd be able to get the ball, play it out to whoever, and then go and go as a team.
When you knew Molly was coming on, was it like, oh shit, we're in trouble, teacher's coming now?
No, I think it was good. We all got used to it. We were like, okay, Molly can come on now. We've got an impact player to come on. No, it wasn't like every week.
Every week you make out.
No.
Well, I just start myself.
Yeah, no, it wasn't every week.
Okay.
No. It was
every other week.
No, but it was good to have another person on the sidelines. Yeah, be like, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think it helps because sometimes I like if I
run the drills
on the
and
pitch at the same time as well, so you can kind of hear me, just not just on the sideline but on the pitch as well.
Yeah, hear you better and
as well. So.
Brilliant. So in the second half, it's going to start in a minute. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go into your managing. And we've had so many Q&As come in as well.
Yeah,
don't worry, you've managed to see a couple of them as well, so we're not going to throw these tables at you. So have a quick break, guys, and we're back in part 2. Welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to part 2 with Molly Small. Obviously, we spoke all about her career in playing. Now we're going to touch on coaching and managing and some of the clubs she's been with. Now, one of the ones that we spoke about also in the first half. One of the ones that really stuck out to me. One of the runs. I'm going to do this again. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. One of. Hello there. Right. One of the one. Tell me about Portsmouth. Tell me about Portsmouth. How was that being at Portsmouth?
Incredible. I never thought I'd get the opportunity, if I'm honest, because it all kind of came from being at Alton, tried to make Alton as big as possibly could, like using social media. We tried to up that massively, and it was only because of that and what I was trying to achieve with the players that someone from Portsmouth, actually the first team manager now, who's still there.
Portsmouth now?
Yeah, Portsmouth Women's, Jay. He actually saw what I was doing and called me and said, would you like to have a go at the 23s or development at the time? At Portsmouth, I was like, yeah. I was like, from step 6 to like 4, 3, it's massive jump. And I had to think about it because I was unsure, mainly because I overthought everything and thought, can I do this? Am I confident enough? Will I be all right? So I almost turned it down. So I'm so glad I didn't.
Say yes more.
I need to say yes more.
Say yes more.
But yeah, absolutely incredible experience.
So what was it like going down there? Can you remember your first training session, meeting the players?
Roughly, yeah. We remember we had to do like a massive trial for it because they had a load of players kind of leave because they had, before I got there, they had like 2 managers within that season and it didn't work out. And I was like, okay, I've got to kind of start again. And I was like, which is fine because I don't mind that because it means fresh players don't know me, kind of can just put my own stamp on it and they can get to know who I was. So I remember doing the trial and picking the players and having everything, and it was weird because I never picked players out of like going to trial. Had the first team management there as well. They were helping. They would put their input in. But ultimately, it was up to me who I wanted.
Yeah.
But we kind of aligned anyway of the talent we wanted to get. But
yeah. So what's the differences between that you found coaching and managing?
I feel less pressure when I'm coaching. I feel like I don't have. I'm very good at planning sessions. I love planning sessions. I love making it as fun, technical, tactical as I can, and then delivering it. But that's like what I do. Like that's coaching. You kind of figure out. Whereas managing, I've had to obviously pick the team. Obviously, tell people if they can't play.
That's the hardest bit I find.
We're at Portsmouth. It was tough because we could only take a certain amount to every game. But I didn't have it often because there was a lot of injuries as well, and some of my girls got called up to the first team, so it made it a little bit easier here and there.
Yeah.
But that was always tough, and then if players don't start, you're having to deal with them, their parents as well, because it's still development football at the end of the day, because they're still young. That's a challenge because I'm not great at. I don't like confrontation. I absolutely hate it. So, but I'm like trying to be. Understand.
It's hard. It's so hard.
You've got the admin, you've got everything.
Everything. I felt like I had to do quite a lot, and that was no to the first team, like the women's. They had so much they had to do. Like the first season, we were so aligned, and then they improved themselves, got obviously promoted. So then we kind of had to do things ourselves a little bit. So like nothing against them whatsoever, but obviously everything else comes on top of you. It's a lot of work being a manager.
How competitive was Portsmouth? Obviously it's a development.
We wanted to win. The girls knew they wanted to win things, and obviously when we won the league first season, buzzing. And then the second season, we knew we were still in the same league, same teams. But that's when we went, okay, let's try and have a bit of a cup run. Not that successful, but they wanted to try and experience both sides. So they did get upset if they didn't win. I wasn't too bad. A little bit here and there.
Was that the second season, but not the first season?
But I never went into Portsmouth thinking I'd win the league in the first season. That was never my aim. My aim was just trying to get a group of girls to play together and see how competitive we could be. When it got closer and closer to the end of the season and we could win it, it was a bit like, okay, now maybe I do want to win this. Like, let's have a go.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, maybe I do. And that was incredible experience to do that.
So on that, again, it might not be what you think, but I've done a development team. When you lose players up to the first team for whatever, and you then got did that ever bother you? Was it hard to deal with because you know the player they're stepping up, but again you're trying to win games yourself?
Yeah, I think it was probably new to me to start with.
It's hard to get your head around.
Okay, they're going up, but it's such a positive thing. Right? And then it got to a stage where I was like, actually, I want more of these girls to be up there. I want more of them to be training, more of them to be playing in the first team. Like, can they get their debut? And I managed to do it in every season I was there. That someone got their debut in the Portsmouth first team, and I was like, okay, that's my job. It's basically done. Like at the end of the day, because they've got into senior football, first team competitive, and even if you look now, all the girls I had at Portsmouth, they're all in senior football, whether that's tier 4, 5, or 6.
So your phone, is that a fine for you? Someone's getting a fine.
That was
I don't think it was me.
That wasn't because I know that wasn't an iPhone ringtone. That was a Samsung one.
Mum. It won't be her. It won't be her. Okay. You know what? That was Sherford English. That's Mickey Lovell. Yeah. Just texting now. Mickey. Right. Okay. So we'll come back to that. So it's funny you say that. My football high was the players that we brought up from Horsley into farm development, then set up for the first team. And when you watch that growth, there's no greater feeling than that, you know.
Oh, it's an incredible feeling. I can even my last season at Portsmouth, there's one girl who's in the Portsmouth first team now, and it's incredible. Like just to see her getting full time playing, like amazing feeling.
So obviously you must have been at a few grounds. I'm guessing you coached or managed in Fratton Park.
So I was part of the coaching staff with the first team at Fratton Park.
How was that? Yeah, I know.
There was a lot of fans there as well, and it was just an incredible. The atmosphere was amazing. Just being inside, like the changing rooms and walking out the tunnel on the pitch.
they're the moments you live for. We're going to touch on something a little bit later on with Porchester, which is just coming out the past couple of days. But like you say, they're the moments that you're not before. It's the buzzing. It's the whole feeling of it.
Adrenaline.
Get the buzz for it. I wasn't even playing. I was just part of the coaching staff. I was loving it.
Yeah. So where did you go after Portsmouth? What was your journey after Portsmouth then?
So Portsmouth, unfortunately, the 23s kind of got disbanded, just because the first team had to have a PGA set up, but because they only just survived in the championship, it was a case of they didn't want to branch too much money out to make a massive one. It had to be like a kind of a small one, which is fine. Totally understand. We knew it was coming partway through the season, so we kind of were preparing ourselves for it anyway. So it was more a case of what I wanted to do, and to start with, I had no idea. I didn't know if I wanted to go manager again or coach. I leant towards coach because I haven't actually been a coach in the senior game. It's always been a manager. So I wanted to go get that experience somewhere and just enjoy coaching again. And I just wanted to find a team that actually wanted me for what I can do. And there was a lot of teams that wanted to tick the female coach box.
Well, so
and it's so frustrating. And I was like, I don't want to be a tick box. I want to be somewhere where they know how good I can be, what I can bring, and everything. And that's where I went to Porchester, because I know Mark and Chris so well. And they've known me. We've met obviously Portsmouth versus Porchester a few seasons before as well. They know what I can do. They followed what I've been doing, and they just made me feel like I was worth it and part of the club straight away before I even got there. And it was a no-brainer to go there.
And then that helps with confidence as well.
Massively.
I was about to say,
yeah, massively. When you have two of Mark, who's an amazing guy, and Chris, who I've known for ages, like say how good you are actually as a coach, like it helps massively with confidence, massively.
So on that, like you made a good point there that there's a box ticking exercise for some clubs to get a female coach in. Okay, and we've had a question come in that says, why aren't there that many female coaches in the game? I guess you've not seen a lot of female coaches in the game. Now, you've done your UEFA B. Well, did you go on courses for that? Yes. And if so, what was the ratio of men to females on the course? Yeah, go on.
It was me and one other female on the course.
Oh, how many?
There must have been about 30.
Jesus.
I think that's been the same on every course I've been on.
Yeah.
Like even, I think my level 1 and level 2 was similar.
So you got your UEFA B, which is which is decent. Decent.
You had a theory about that.
I did have a theory about it. Thank you for bringing it up, Danny. I did have a theory about it, and I'm going to try and remember it right now on the spot. So I feel this is my opinion, and because it's my opinion, it's going to be good and right. So there's been. Listen, this is a serious moment here. This is fact for the camera. So for me, the women's game has exploded in the past 10 years or so. Okay, where there's more players wanting to play. But it's always been quite a male-heavy management in the game. As time progresses, the twilight players, so we call them, who are in their 35 plus, will then start go into managing and coaching. But because it's such a young game coming through now, that the other players will take off, women managing and coaching, but just not yet in regards to everything. It's even like crowds at women's football. Now they're getting bigger. But it will take, and there's young lads coming through that going to watch women's football. As they get older, that will grow and grow and grow. But it has to take time for it to progress,
Not just transition.
Because there's going to be women stepping away from football now that will then go into coaching. The more females we get playing in years to come, we want to stay in the game. Go back 10 years, there wasn't as many females in the game. But then you get the likes of people like yourself and we had Emma Gregory Barnes on that show that we can dominate and beat women in the game here, and then go, actually, I want a bit of that. I want to look up to Molly. I want to look up to Emma, and that was my theory. Just click that. Yeah. But I get it. I don't know how I get pissed so good, but I get it. I don't know many females in the women's game. It's predominantly male managed. You know what I mean? And it's always been like that, unfortunately. But it will change.
Like when you asked me before, have I ever had female coaches, female managers? You're one of the examples that I came up with because it was Alton.
Yeah.
Alton. Yeah.
Oh, great.
But in women's football, Alton was my first team, and to have a female coach there as well, and it was
I think just the opportunities are they are there, but they're so hard to find.
Yeah.
So hard. Even now that I've got my UEFA B, trying to get to the next step is such a
that
challenge.
UEFA A.
UEFA, they make it so difficult with that one. But then even if you want to do kind of CPPs or anything in between, like to find stuff is just, it's so difficult. But it's like they always talk about it on TV, like they want more women in the game, more this, but there's never any. It's not it's not obvious
like
where to find it to get it, because I do feel like I've hit a bit of a quick wall.
Oh, really?
It's like, okay, what's next? Because I want to do my A, but trying to get on it is.
Yeah. And then along the lines, you're coaching. You also had a coaching business. Your one-to-one coaching business.
Is that still going now?
So I've started it back up again now.
Oh, brilliant.
I took a little bit of a break from it, but I've started to try and.
Where did that begin?
So that actually began in. It was actually Alton days.
Might have gone to it. Yeah.
So he had it to start with, so I supported him with it.
Yes.
Because he actually had a girl who was, I think, 8 at the time, who was struggling to work with Adam, and asked if I would do it, and we kind of just met and kind of did more one-to-ones there, and then we kind of went our separate ways, and then I thought about actually maybe I could do it again myself, and just started it back up again. Did a few before in the summer, and then kind of took a little bit of a break, and now I want to try again. I do want to try again. So
what's it called?
That's a good question. Well,
click at the bottom. I think
your business out there.
Yeah, no, I can't.
We'll click it on there. We'll put it at the bottom.
I can't even remember what I called it on Instagram now. We'll have to find the little.
We'll find it and tag it.
Yeah.
So when you sent over all your qualifications, one that did jump out as well. Now we hear it a lot. Is Her Game too?
Yes.
Okay. For those who don't know, you are a Her Game ambassador.
Yeah.
What is Her Game 2? If people don't know, like, say what it is to them.
So Her Game 2 was set up by just a female who used to go to lots of football matches but felt really uncomfortable at games because of the environment that men would kind of comment on stuff like why you're there and everything like that. So she set up a Her Game 2 where girls could come and kind of just talk about football. And it literally just blew up. And then she wanted to get loads of different ambassadors in who from kind of different football clubs, and then link with football clubs to then people felt safe to go and talk to them when they were there. Mine was slightly different because I became an ambassador of like the coaching side because I wasn't affiliated with a club. I just did a little bit of Portsmouth. We brought it down there a couple of times. But mine was more the coaching side. So if anybody wanted to get into coaching or had questions about coaching, they could come to me. Yeah. And I had a few people. Like it was good. And it's so big now. It's absolutely huge. They're up for like
you see it everywhere.
So many awards now. But it's even like our Wickham game. That's got Her Game 2 on it as well. So they're linked with it as well, which is fantastic as well.
So like you said at Wickham game, let's move on to your time at Porchester. So as though you don't know, Porchester is what, step 5? Step 5. Wickham at the moment are doing very well flying, but you've got games in hand. You've got a lot of games in hand. So this episode goes out 4 days before probably your biggest game of the season. Yeah. Porchester are going to be playing away to Wickham on Mother's Day. Mum, okay, you're not being there?
No, yeah, she's fine.
Mum's fine with that.
Sundays
and that is going to be played at Adams Park, the home of Wickham Wanderers men's team. Again, that's got to be another great experience, right? To go there.
Incredible. I've been there once before to watch football, but never to just to be involved on the dugout and change it. It's going to be massive. So excited.
So that's the thing. With Wickham doing so well in the league at the moment, to play at Burnham's ground, to move there, that will give their players an extra incentive, but also yourselves and your players to go, look, we want this, we've got to do this.
Well, they've already highlighted Wickham as being a big game, so they know it's a big game coming up, and I think the girls know as well, because we were all watching their score at the weekend, because they were losing and then they drew eventually.
2-2 wasn't it?
2-2, which was a bit like... But now they've done the exact same as us, Ross 1 and John 2, so we're on the same, but obviously we have so many games in hands on them, and we still got to play them twice. So it's...
Wow. So you got to play them at home as well?
Yes. It's going to be a very exciting end to the season. So very exciting.
Before I spoke to yourself and everything, your team come up in conversation because we've been to see Farnham women a couple of times. We've had Machi on the pod. We've had Anya on the pod. And Farnham are a good team, flying. We see a game the other day with penalties and you won on penalties. We're like, Jesus, these Porchester must be pretty decent to go there and get a result there, So again, that's a cup run unit at the moment as well.
Yeah, that's the League Cup. We're in the semi-final of that now.
Do you know? Reading who in your league?
Yes.
Well, that's called off.
Yes, that was one that was off. Yeah. Okay. So you could be doing a league and cup double. No pressure. But being a coach,
trying.
It's on managers, you know what I mean?
What is it like being a coach at that level, though?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I think because the goals are set out that we do want to do well. We've obviously got our eyes on the cups as well. Obviously been in semi-final of one already is fantastic. We're in the final of one, the PDFA won the Portsmouth Cup already as well. And then obviously the league is now, it's going to be tough to try and win it because we know how good Wycombe are obviously doing. And they're not dropping points all the time, but the girls are determined and they want to work hard the second half of the season and try and do it because like we've got such experience in the squad as well. Like we've got players who've played at the highest level to then 16, 20-year-olds going through as well. So it's a great balance. It's a great squad. They gel so well. Us coaches and staff gel so well. It's such a good bond.
Sounds like a good unit.
Yeah, it's incredible unit. Really good.
Yeah. So just on that then, like, you're coaching at a high level. We had a question come in from Mickey Lovell. Mickey. Mickey said, football ambition, what level do you want to reach? Where do you want to see yourself in general?
I would love that would be my full-time job. Cool. I'd love it to be. I've always wanted to.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why not?
Yeah, always wanted to be. So that would be the dream. Aim for that.
You're massive. You're a football fan. What team?
Man United.
Never mind. Never mind. Okay. What was that?
Cut that
out. Yeah. I thought you were going to say what team I support. I was like, well, no, we don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Okay, so you want to go there. You want to take yourself to the top.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of doing it. If you want ambition, you want to go there, right?
Yeah. I'd love to. And then A license also highlight as well. Love to do that.
Yeah. So what are the challenges you're facing with that?
So there's so much criteria for the A license that you have to be in the National League to be able to do it, which is obviously the one above us, that we're down. So if we go up, obviously it makes it a lot easier to be able to the pressure makes it a lot
This is all about me, this is my life.
Makes it a lot easier to be in the mix. So I can obviously tick that last box of criteria. I thought I did when I was at Portsmouth, but they didn't count National League Reserve as it, and I was like, just because it's got the reserve bit on the end.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating. So that's the challenge at the moment. But I did know that when I went to Porchester, but I wanted the experience. I need the experience. I love Porchester, and if we can grow with Porchester all the way up, like that'd be incredible. Like why not?
Yeah. Another thing that I've seen you do is the Powerhouse Project.
Oh yeah.
Member. So what is that?
So
I've seen a lot of people talk about it.
Molly and Rosie, the two twins, they do the FA Cup draw a lot.
I might have heard of them.
I think you do.
Yeah, if I saw a picture,
I think you would. They set up the Powerhouse Project to help girls again in sport, but football as well as like coaching, managing, refereeing, volunteering, whatever they want to do, and they just put on different opportunities here and there. And they did one like for UEFA B, so they had like a cohort of girls who went and did their UEFA B. They've had like a retreat. Like I went on a retreat with a few girls, which was amazing. We had Carla Ward with us, the old Aston Villa manager. She was with us, which was an incredible experience. But it's just another platform that trying to push as much girls football and people to look up to as possible. Yeah.
Being part of all these things as well.
Yeah, well, you just have a life.
I just find I just see it, and I love just finding out different things. And like I found another one today. Like I just want to get involved in much as football as possible. Like
put your name out there as well. Yeah. The more you do, people will be like, oh, I know.
Yeah, you network with so many different people.
Everyone has Molly Small now. Yeah.
But it's just networking with different people. Yeah. And I've never been the most outgoing all the time, but I feel like when I'm in football, I find it so easy to network.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
it's your safe space. We said that before, haven't we? We said about when we do the pod in here. Met people come in. Have been nervous, which is completely understandable. When you come into a change room, you've got kit hanging around you. It's that like, this is my environment. You sort of people like that, you know.
Yeah.
So just on that, then we put your Q&A post out there, and we had a lot of questions come in.
Yeah.
I think Danny's got a couple there as well to start with.
We always like to start with a footballing high and a footballing low.
Okay. Football high, I think, is definitely playing for Chelsea and then playing in the FA Cup. 100%. Probably high for coaching would be winning the league, and then I reckon the National League final that I was in and played Newcastle, but we lost to that one. But that was
they're big ones, aren't they?
Oh, we turned up to that game in the final. It was only me and two other staff members. They rocked up on a coach with I don't know how many staff, and I was like, wow, okay. But incredible experience. The girls did so well. They didn't it was a great game. Low's got to be the ATL. Playing that has to be the low, and then low coaching. There's not been many. I think it'd probably be the one where I got told I wasn't good enough being a coach and lost my confidence.
Really?
Lately, yeah. I was at an academy. I won't say obviously which
No,
one,
coach,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
it's fine.
and they just told me I wasn't good enough to be a coach, and yeah, just
We're proving them wrong now.
Did you
again?
When you hear something like that, it eats at you, and I can imagine it wasn't well. Do you then go, right, I'm going to show you what I can do, or how do you come back from something like that?
I think I did it both ways. I think I was like, it did knock me massively, and then I questioned everything when I did coaching, like every session, everything, like whether I could do it. But then I was like, actually, no, I do want to prove people wrong, and I like to think I've done quite well for myself.
I like whoever said that is
they wouldn't know what they're talking about.
Let's get them in a pod off the questions here. Okay, so to be fair, that was a low that you could have gone, you know, I don't want to say that, but because it's a personal low, it's easier to sidestep that, but to come out and say, look, there could be people going through the same situation, have heard that before, and you go, well, hang on.
I think it's just like maybe who I am today as well. Like you do go through a lot of stuff, whether that's even if it's not in football, even in everyday life, like you get knocked, you just have to kind of find a way of picking yourself back up and going again. It has made me who I am today, like massively.
No, good answer.
It was all bad, was it? It wasn't bad, was it? Go on.
We got a question from April Hill.
I think we had a couple from April Hill.
Yeah. Do you prefer coaching or playing?
Oh. See, I think coaching now. I would have said playing probably a couple of years ago. Yeah. But I think that was because I didn't actually have my like send off in football. Playing.
Okay,
I didn't really go, that's the end. It was kind of like I knew my body couldn't do it, so it was like, all right, I'll go coach, do a little bit playing here, go back and forth.
Yeah.
Whereas now I've just gone, okay, I'm actually down the coaching route now. So
no, it's so understandable.
yeah, I'd probably say more coaching now, but I do get a little bit of a twitch on the sideline sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah.
I just want to come on and just fix this game.
Probably the coaching now, definitely.
Okay.
Go on, what ones have you got?
I have got, I like this one. What advice would young Molly give the older Molly now? No. What advice would the older Molly give the young Molly now? Coming through. Yeah. Because a 7-year-old's not going to give advice to.
Probably just believe in myself a bit more and don't give up and just keep pushing yourself and keep persevering with something you want to do, like your dreams. You just got to keep going and try. There's nothing stopping you from doing it.
So I had another one as well that come in this morning. What is the biggest obstacle you've overcome in football, managing or playing or coaching? What have you had to? I mean, obviously being told that.
Obviously told you're not good enough in confidence. I've got obstacle. Probably link it back to your ACL as well. Obviously, like a lot of people would have injury and then not want to come back playing, whereas then I did give it a go again.
That's what you struggled with, wasn't it? When you had your injury, you had to think now. You got to think now. Yeah. When you had your injury, you got back from your injury. It took you a year to want to play again. Yeah. Because just the mental health side.
I can't remember how long it took me to try and get back in, but I think a lot of people kind of give up and stuff like that. Same with the coach when you get told you're not good enough. A lot of people would have been like, okay, I'm not going to try. Yeah. Whereas I was like, actually, I want to try both. So.
I think it was the thing was I really want to get back into this because it got taken away from me. So I think that gave me extra motivation to be like trying to ignore everything going on in my head and just give it a go. And then it's still going now. I'm like, okay, getting back into it, but it's getting easier. And
it will do. Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen a massive change in the year from when you started playing to now, and just the amount of females wanting to get involved, wanting to play, the development in the leagues? Because we see, we played a couple of teams 2 years ago, and they were 15, 16, and we said, look, they're only young, go out there, push them a little bit, push them on the ball, be strong on the ball. They won't want to get involved. They won't like that. Nowadays,
massively different.
These kids will turn up and they will take you apart and they'll put a challenge in and just look at you and crack on to the next game.
Yeah, no, it's definitely changed massively. You can even just look at Fleet in our league. Like they are a very young team. Yeah. But they will just go and they will fly at you and they're not scared to do it, and that's it's massive. But then even the girls at Porchester who are young, they're not scared at all, they just go. And it's the difference between I think probably when we were playing back when we were young, it's so different.
Because we've got the Fleet development in our league, and we've got a massive game against them where when it could take all kind of thing. Yeah. And we're seeing a lot of that now. You've got the first team and the development team also starting up. Yeah. To give that pathway as well into that. Because just so many people want to play.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Like I said at the beginning of the pod, that there was hardly any girls teams when I started.
No. And
now there's just so many. You get development teams, reserves, first teams, and you've got a pathway under 18s, like everything to help girls keep pushing on and on and on.
So we spoke about this on a few other pods. Go back 5 years. There was no Farnborough, Farnham, Aldershot, Ash teams. There was none of them women's teams. Now look, do you find that obviously where you are in the leagues, there's so many players, but it's saturated teams that there's going to be so many new teams coming through that the demand for players that we found sometimes at other teams in our leagues, there's just not enough players for the teams because there's just so many teams coming through.
Yeah, I think because there's loads of teams in different areas, you have that 100%. We found it a little bit. I found it a little bit at Portsmouth where some teams players would want to come to us, but then because there was X, Y, Z all around us, it was like, oh, okay, they might not because actually we're developing their first teams.
Yeah,
but it's great. It's a fantastic opportunity for everyone to kind of have their pick.
But there's loads of Facebook sites we see players advertise themselves all the time.
Yeah,
and in the past 2 years, it would be, I live in this area. Now I see, I live in this area, but I'm willing to travel.
Yeah, but I can go here.
That's the biggest thing they were seeing come through.
Yeah.
For players.
You
travel
how
miles.
how far away is Porchester?
So, I know, Danny's not great on geography, okay? Anything Danny says, is it near Birmingham?
Because I just see Birmingham in the middle and I can just go off.
So, we won't say where you live, obviously, but you live wherever you live. How far is it each night for you to get down there and back, a round trip?
Well, if I leave from work, it's an hour and a half because obviously it's Slough to working, so coming down. But from roughly here, it's about an hour.
Wow.
That's twice a week?
Yeah, training twice and then game.
And games as well.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Well, I'm lucky with the away games because
they're up this way. Yeah, if you go
they're
down,
like
you're in France.
They're like my home games.
Yeah. Oh, so you haven't
out.
got to go down and then come back up with the team then?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Like we got Woodley this weekend.
That's really cool.
Lovely.
That's another big game as well. That'd be good.
Yeah.
They've just picked up form as well, Woodley.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I went to watch them, so I know.
Yeah. Have you got any more questions over there?
What advice would you give to any new coach?
Oh. Or any coach who's just come back off a couple of defeats and wants to get back in it again, like myself. Great. Well, to be fair, we're back-to-back wins now.
Exactly.
Christmas was hard, but we're back-to-back wins.
I think just stick to what you know, stick to what you're good at, and like believe in what you do because you're obviously coaching for a reason. You know what you're talking about. Everyone looks up to you, and you just keep working hard, and it will pay off eventually. The harder you keep working.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to take that on board. Yeah.
Write it down for him.
I'll be playing this back over again. But no, we spoke of this before Christmas. My football low was we lost 3 or 4 games in a row, and I was like, we're in trouble there. And then
they kept getting called off.
And so I said, So after Christmas, I was like, that game back, that's the one I'm penciling in to come back and win. And that got called off. And again, that 7-week low then, I was like, this is killing me.
Yeah.
Can you start questioning yourself? But now back-to-back wins and everything's good again until next week. And then something else. Yeah, football's hard though, like you say.
Football's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, we say this all the time. I say this to the players, when you get the highs, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you know the lows are going to come.
Yeah, massively.
Brilliant. Listen, Polly. Polly. Oh my God. Molly, thank you so much for coming on the pod. I said Molly and Polly at the same time. Okay? We're going to leave that in, aren't we? We're going to clip that. That'll be going out there. I can't get the name right at the start of it when it was a guest coming on. Now I can't get it at the end. Right, okay. Molly, thank you so much for coming on. Okay, really appreciate you telling us about your time. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
For the game
game's
against
coming
Wickham.
up.
Oh, listen. I don't think we've got a game. I know I want to try and get there to watch that. So yeah, we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Right, I've been Blaine Conway.
I've been Danny Parsons.
Bosh.